I ain't feel centered. I'm centered. Trying to be in the center of the symmetry. Still a little bit off. See, this is what I never wanted to be that person. I don't never want to do that. Oh yeah, my bad. I told y'all last night I broke my glasses. I ain't been in the house yet. So can't read none of y'all comments. So unless you make them stand out in the manner of speaking. But anyway, what up, y'all? Welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, the president. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor, mops the damn floor. A word? With you. If you don't follow the rules. The rules are you got to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks or a cash app. Try to do your best to ignore the small dog barking in the background. Cash app tag will be in the description, along with the Bandcamp link. You know what I mean? Which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. All the mixtapes are there, from Nonviolent Rock, or the most recent one, all the way back to Shell Shock. And you could just go there and binge on rock raps if you choose to. When you're writing on the walls in the nation, aka leaving comments, do your best to spell the names of our politicians, our nobles, our royalties, our presidents and mayors and all of that, our legends. Spell them correctly. You know what I mean? This is for the tourists here, so they can look. So when they leave here and they searching out for Helter Skelter, they're not searching for Helter Skelter. It's an A and a H, not an E and an R. They're not searching for Rockness Monster. They're searching for Rockness Monster. It's an A, not an E and an R. You know what I mean? And Rock has a K. It's R-O-C-K. A K is 1,000. I need all my thousands. And one of the most important ones, I must say, is BCC. You know, I'm from a crew called Boot Camp Click, right? So there's BCC, not BBC. You understand what I'm saying? It's just side of the line. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. We are pause practitioners over here. I understand all of y'all people wishing, oh, y'all got what you got going on in your mind. Listen, it's a word exercise to us. It's also fun to us. You know, it's a word association exercise. You know, why does it bother you so bad? We ain't even gonna get into that. What do you just get your ass out of here? You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody. It's all love here. But here we are. Yeah, speaking of love, a beef is ended. I'm just trolling you right now. The whole Marlon Wayans and 50 Cent saga may be over. It might be, because I'm not sure. But the word on the internet, you know, the word out there in the socials and the vloggeries is that Marlon Wayans' older brothers told him, sit your ass down, sit your ass down. You know, listen, that is what big brothers are for. Yes, your big brothers are supposed to go out and fight for you. You know what I'm saying? If you find yourself in a situation that you can't handle, but that's for if you find yourself in a situation you can't handle, not when you put yourself in a situation you can't handle. You know what I mean? Now it's sit your ass down. Because Marlon Wayans really did not have to take the route he took. He didn't. You know what I mean? I understand when niggas asked him about the documentary, he hadn't even seen it, is what he said by his own words. He hadn't even seen it. He could have left it at that. I ain't seen it yet. You know what I'm saying? He could have said, you know, it wouldn't have been he could have. It wouldn't have been too bad for him to say, I'm cool with Puffy, so I probably really don't want to see it. You know what I mean? It's a little too close to heart or whatever. And I think all of that would have been fine. But him talking about, basically like discrediting or trying to steer the narrative away from the current narrative. He's like, listen, this could be that, this could be that. You got to ask yourself, who's making the video, who created it? Like, what's the motivation of the person who blah 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 blah, you know, indirectly saying that this stuff could be more personal and malicious than actual truth and justice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Justice is weird. I don't know if justice is the correct word, but you know what I'm getting at. Truth and righteousness. You know what I mean? And, you know, he tried to, he might have tried to, I could say he tried to keep it respectful. He tried to keep it political. You know what I'm saying? Not political, but he tried to keep it respectful. But his message was clear that, he was kind of trying to deflect attention away from the possibility, or what I'm saying, of Puffy's guilt. Like, yo, this could be, you could spin a narrative anyway. I could write a narrative, and all of that. What he was saying was for the most part true. I've said that as well. Like I've said a couple of weeks ago, maybe even 1 week ago, that if I was in Diddy's situation, I would have filmed myself too. I mean, as far as like, on the moments leading up to the trial, I'm of that ilk where I believe that every bit of this is content. We could figure out how to use it later. This part could be, what I'm saying, we could use this situation for a documentary. We could use this footage just for like backing up, behind the scenes footage that might be dope. You know what I mean? We could use this part of the story to have it written out as a screenplay and make a movie out of it. Like I see the value in all of it. That's why when I got in trouble, one time, the last time I got in any real trouble, I was locked up writing a rhyme about the situation already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm writing rhymes on the back of an order of protection. And I said that in the song. Writing rhymes on the back of an order of protection. Looking in the mirror, that ain't showing my reflection. Damn. I'm too tall for these small ass beds. And this shit's hard. Oh my God, I'm stressing. They had me singing, I'm locked up. What am I? Styles peaking, they con, I'm falling. I ain't Jay-Z, but I'm way gone. My bells are handsome, ransom, and some. Damn, son, I don't know why I can't run. For that matter, I'd have hit the window. I seen them coming. You understand what I'm saying? I'm writing about this as I'm going through, because I know that the world is going to paint whatever narrative is going to paint. I want mine out there. You understand what I'm saying? So, whether I would have, so I say, not even to say, whether he blow tried, whether Diddy would have won or lost, he can still tell that story the way he wants. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I would have did that. I'm with that kind of action and all of that. Um, but back to what I was saying, like Marlon Wayans, he could have, I got a little derailed. Marlon Wayans, he could have very easily just left that simple. You know what I'm saying? And not got too far into the whole, left it simple, like I ain't see the movie. I ain't see the documentary, I mean, and I don't really want to, Puffy, that's kind of my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was, I just want to leave that alone. Like, he could have said that. But he made it seem like it was just basically, if 50 didn't have beef with with Diddy, then this wouldn't be a thing. And maybe that's partially true, but that ain't what 50's saying. You know what I'm saying? Correction. He not just saying if 50 ain't have beef with him, this wouldn't be happening. He's saying that all of these things are probably, or he doesn't believe them. He's opening up a lane to you, me, the viewer, who is like, yo, maybe that was maybe 50 is putting extra on it. Maybe 50 is just spinning the narrative. And by, to make a long story short, discrediting 50's message, or the moral of the point of the documentary. You know what I'm saying? So they went back and so that happened. 50 responded with the keep my name out your mouth and the picture of the white girls. Y'all all saw this, right? You know what I'm saying? So when he responded to it, and he started slinging. When he started slinging mud back. I saw Marlon Wayans in an interview, and he was saying something about he got dragged into this situation. You didn't get dragged into nothing. You volunteered information. A nigga responded. All he said was keep my name out your mouth. Now I will admit, I did a random Rocco vlog a long time ago. The term "keep my name out your mouth" is extremely inflammatory. If you say something like "Don't talk about me," can you leave me out of your business? That's way less inflammatory. But that specific term, "keep my name out your mouth," is almost a you understand what I'm saying? This and it just gets people excited. So it was like at this point, Marlon Wayans, I guess he had to respond, and his ego entered the chat like player two, you know what I'm saying? And he started firing. He didn't have to do that. He didn't get dragged into anything. But thank goodness for Big Brothers. Because his big brothers reportedly told him, bruh, we can't beat that nigga. Like, what are you doing, B? Sit it on down. Like, you pick fights with Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying? Soldier Boy and niggas like that. You leave him alone. I think that's interesting. I think it's dope. I think it's interesting. Because for comedians, comedians is if you got a bona fide comedian, most people would advise you not to be trying. Why would you even be going at it with a comedian? Because these niggas, they do jokes for a living, and if the game is to humiliate each other, you know what I mean, you got your chances are slim to none. But this is a testament to the fact that 50 Cent is 50 Cent bigger than the program? Is 50 Cent bigger than the program? That's a good question. Because I'm not even gonna lie. It's certain things that 50 do, and I still rock with him. But a lot of people, the whatever the current program we've been living by, they don't support some of his decisions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's say if we found out tomorrow that 50 Cent handed over all of the Diddy footage to the feds, right? If we found that out tomorrow, I don't think any of us would be surprised. But the street code, quote unquote, program that we live by says that ain't cool, even though it's it's all kind of schmexual, deviant things that the streets don't condone, but the streets would suggest that he's supposed to go, you know what I'm saying, go put the work in himself. You understand what I'm saying? But 50 like, nah, I'm a businessman. Yes, I'm a street nigga, but I'm a businessman. But I'm a necessary evil. Let's just say that. That's what I consider. I've said that about him a couple of times. He's a necessary evil. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't really call him evil. Not really, but y'all get what I'm saying. I can't see your comments. I ain't got my glasses. They broken, they embarrassing. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all have to pay me to put them on. Anyway, The question that, my current question is 50 bigger than the program? They say nobody is bigger than the program. I honestly hope he is. I hope he is. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff he do, you can't front, is stuff that you wish you could do. You know what I'm saying? You just can't afford it. You can't risk it. I'm lying? Whatever. Anyway, salute to Marlon Wayans. Salute to his older brothers for being good older brothers and not letting your little brother trick you out your spot. You understand what I'm saying? He must have thought his brothers was all going to jump in and start ranking on 50. I don't know. Anyway, salute. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad it stopped. I hope it stops there. I hope 50 grants him the mercy. You know what I'm saying? He takes the win. I'm not saying the grant, not to make it all like that, but I hope 50 takes the win and moves on. I mean, even though I wouldn't mind a couple more rounds of that, because I didn't expect it to get violent. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be jokes, right? He's a comedian. All them niggas ain't known for no action like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what their life was anyway. If you made it into this video, if you made it into this video, let me get 4 microphones, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. You know what I'm saying? If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Try to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation. Leave us a super thanks or a cash app, so on and so forth. Let me see something. Whew. I was saying stuff. Anyway, Bandcamp link, the merch link, all of that stuff. You need to get some shirts, some hats, some sweaters. We got hoodies and all of that. We got mixtapes. You know what I mean? Get involved. Support black business. Am I leaving out anything? I'll be back later. Rock on, rock going.